The rain-soaked casket of my son, Ethan, gleamed under Chicago's gray sky as I stood at his funeral, my heart shattered by grief, only to fracture further when my sister-in-law's whisper hit me like a blade. Sarah's in Hawaii, Frank with someone else, my world collapsing under the weight of loss and betrayal. The Chicago morning was a sodden veil, the November rain drumming on the black umbrellas at St. Michael's Cemetery, the air heavy with wet earth and the low murmur of mourners. I, Frank Mercer, stood by Ethan's small casket, my suit clinging to my frame, my brown eyes fixed on the polished wood, my hands, one clutching a single white lily, the other balled in my pocket, trembling. At 38, a carpenter who'd built a life with my wife, Sarah. Over 10 years, I was drowning in grief for our 5-year-old son, lost to leukemia 3 weeks ago. Today, at his funeral, my sister-in-law's revelation, Sarah in Hawaii with her lover, cracked my world, my grief and betrayal a tangled storm. The audience left wondering how I'd bear this double wound, my heart a raw bruise. The cemetery was a tableau of loss, Ethan's tiny grave a gash in the earth, my "I'm here, buddy," whispered his memory, my voice breaking, Sarah's absence glaring. She texted, "I can't make it, Frank, I'm sorry yesterday." Her excuse vague, my "we need you" unanswered. My sister-in-law, Claire, pulled me aside, her "Frank, I have to tell you something urgent, my what's wrong?" Thick, her "Sarah's in Hawaii, with someone else a blow," my breath catching, my internal monologue a scream. Hawaii? With a lover? Now, the audience could sense my shock in a way I dropped the lily, my knees buckling, my heart racing. My son's gone, and she's betraying us. The revelation sank in, the audience feeling my fracture as I leaned against a tree. The rain colder, Claire's I saw her post, a beach, some guy halting my she posted, while Ethan's choked, my disbelief raw. She's living while I'm burying our boy. Ethan's laugh, "Daddy, swing me," echoed in my mind, my mornings gluing model planes with him, my "you're my hero" to him now, Ash, Sarah's absence a knife. She's chosen someone else, my internal monologue seethed, my grief for Ethan, his hospital bed, my "stay strong, buddy," colliding with rage, my heart a breaking seam. She's abandoned us both. The audience could sense my pain in the umbrella's sway, my suit soaked, my breath short. I'm alone, and she's free. Flashbacks deepened the wound, the audience sensing my reflection as I stared at the casket. The rain a rhythm, Sarah's betrayal a ghost. 2019, Ethan's birth, her "he's perfect," Frank in the hospital, my "we did good" warm, our nights rocking him a team. 2023, Ethan's diagnosis, her "we'll get through this" to me, my together vow, but her late nights. Work's crazy grew, my "you okay, Sarah?" Met with "fine, just tired," and it turned back. I thought it was grief, I thought my internal monologue a wail. She was drifting, and I was blind. Last month, her "I need a break" after Ethan's death, my "will heal" ignored. Now clear, she was planning her escape. The audience could feel my hurt in the lily's mud, my hands shaking, my heart sore. I loved her, and she's chosen this. The emotional conflict churned, the audience sensing my turmoil as I rejoined the mourners. Claire's "I'm so sorry," Frank soft, my "why didn't you tell me sooner?" Low, her "I just found out," earnest, my "I need to see it," tight, my internal monologue a storm. Is it true? Can she be this cruel? I wanted to scream. How could she? But Ethan's service held me, he was my light, to a neighbor raw, my grief a tide, my rage a spark. I'm burying my son, and she's in paradise. The audience could sense my struggle and the priest drone, my eyes wet, my heart torn. I'm grieving, but I'm burning. I confided in my brother, Mike, the audience sensing my vulnerability as we stood apart, the rain easing, my voice raw. "Sarah's in Hawaii, Mike with some guy." I said, my hands clenched raw. His what? Now, shocked, my Claire saw it. A post bitter, his "that's all Frank a bomb," my "I don't know what to do," honest. The audience feeling my fracture in the way I leaned into him, my shoulders heavy, my heart sinking. He sees my pain, she doesn't. Mike's "you'll get through this" for Ethan was a tether, my trying faint, my internal monologue a shift. I'm lost, but I'm here for him. The audience could sense my strength in the cemetery's hush, my lily gone, my heart steady but raw. I'm broken, but I'm standing. The tension rose, the audience sensing my conflict as I glanced at my phone. Claire's screenshot. Sarah on a beach, a man's arm around her, captioned "Finding Peace," a dagger, my she's flaunting it to Mike hushed, my rage flaring. Peace? While I'm in hell. My grief for Ethan, his "I love you, Daddy," clashed with my urge to call her, demand answers, my internal monologue of vow. I need to know why, but not now. I pocketed the phone, my heart heavy, my clarity a spark. I'll face her, but Ethan comes first. The audience could sense my resolve in the rain's fade, my suit heavy, my heart sharp. I'm hurting, but I'm focused. The morning closed, the audience sensing my turmoil as the service ended. The mourners thinning, Ethan's casket lowered. My "I'll always love you" a whisper, Sarah's betrayal a wound, her lover a shadow. I'm burying my son, and she's gone, I thought, my grief a fire, my rage a spark. She's broken us, but I'm still here. Flashbacks faded, her "we're a team" a lie, my "I'm enough" for Ethan a truth, my resolve a fire. I'm not her Frank, I'm his. The audience could feel my awakening in the cemetery's quiet, my steps slow, my heart steady but raw. I'm shattered, but I'm moving. The silence settled, the audience sensing my struggle as I walked to my car. The city's pulse faint, Sarah's absence a scar, Ethan's loss a debt. My world was ash, but I was stirring, my pain a fire, my questions a spark, my next step a spark that would shape my path, a truth I'd hold with care, whatever it took. I glanced at the grave, my internal monologue of vow. I'll honor you, Ethan, and I'll face her. As I uncover more of Sarah's secret through her emails, a memory of Ethan's laughter pushes me to hold on. But her call from Hawaii forces a choice, a step I'm ready to take. The Chicago dusk was a heavy curtain, the November gloom pressing against the windows of my Logan Square apartment, the air thick with the scent of stale coffee and the soft creak of an old chair. I, Frank Mercer, sat at the kitchen table, my flannel shirt unbuttoned, my brown eyes scanning an old photo album, my hands, one flipping pages, the other gripping a beer bottle, unsteady. At 38, a carpenter shattered by the loss of my 5-year-old son, Ethan, to leukemia, and my wife Sarah's betrayal. Her trip to Hawaii with a lover during his funeral. I was hours past the cemetery, Claire's whisper, Sarah's with someone else, still burning. Now, through flashbacks of our past, I traced the slow unraveling of our marriage, my love, anger, and sadness a churning storm, the audience sensing my emotional roller coaster, my heart a splintered beam. The apartment was a hollow shell, the audience feeling my isolation in the album's worn pages. Ethan's first birthday, Sarah's look at him, frank, bright, my "our little champ" warm, our laughter a chord now dissonant. We were whole then, my internal monologue mourned, Sarah's absence stark. She hadn't called, her beach post with a stranger's arm a dagger in my gut. My grief for Ethan, his daddy, catch me, tainted by rage. How could she? I thought, my betrayal raw. She's erased us while I'm breaking. The audience could sense my pain in the way I traced Ethan's face, my beer warm, my breath short. I'm grieving, and she's living. Flashbacks painted our early days, the audience sensing my reflection as I turn a page. 2013, our first date, Sarah's "you're so real, Frank, over pizza, my you make me better shy," her hand in mine under Wicker Park lights. 2015, Ethan's birth, her "he's ours" in the hospital, my forever a vow. Our nights building cribs, painting stars on his ceiling. We were a team. My internal monologue ached, my love for her, "you're my rock." In 2018, Ethan's giggle. Now bitter, my anger a spark. She was my home. Now she's a stranger. The audience could feel my hurt in the album's crease, my eyes wet, my heart sore. Those days are gone, and she's the thief. The emotional distance grew, the audience sensing my clarity as flashbacks shifted. 2022, Sarah's, I'm working late, don't wait, over the phone, might need anything. Met with no, I'm good. And a click, her perfume sharp when she slipped in. Last spring, her you're always with Ethan at dinner, my he's sick, Sarah soft. Her I know, but trailing her eyes on her phone. I thought it was stress. My internal monologue seethed. My blindness clear. Her vague meetings, her locked laptop. My you seem far away last summer brushed off with just busy. She was pulling away. I thought, my role questioned, my anger afire. I was holding us. She was letting go. The audience could sense my pain in the bottle's weight, my hands shaking, my heart raw. I missed it, and she planned it. My emotional conflict surged, the audience sensing my turmoil as I closed the album. The gloom thicker. Ethan's hospital days a ghost. My stay strong buddy, Sarah's, I can't watch him fade or exit. My we need you ignored. She left us before he did. My internal monologue wailed. My love for her. Her we'll get through in 2023. Now ash, my sadness a tide. I loved her, but she's not her. Claire's screenshot. Sarah's finding peace post. A man's shadow. Fuel my rage, my peace. Without us. To myself a cry. My heart torn. I'm mourning. She's celebrating. The audience could sense my struggle in the chair's creak. My album shut. My soul a breaking thread. I'm lost, but I'm seeing. Dialogue grounded my pain. The audience, sensing my vulnerability as my called is frank. You holding up? Steady my barely Mike raw as that post. It's cruel firm, my she's been hiding him. I missed a bitter, the audience feeling my fracture in the way I paced. My beer down, my heart heavy. He sees my hurt, she doesn't. His Ethan's gone, but you're still here was a bomb, my for him. I'll try faint, my internal monologue a storm. I'm angry, but he's my anchor. Mike's you're enough frank was a tether, my hope so quiet, my heart sore but stirring. I'm not alone, not entirely. The betrayal's roots deepened, the audience sensing my confusion as I opened my laptop. Sarah's email. Hacked by a friend's tech help. Revealing more. I need this trip. Frank's 2 broken sent last month, my broken. I was grieving, to myself a roar, my role in question. Was I too much, or not enough? Her, I love you, to this stranger, my I love you to her last year a lie, my internal monologue a blade. She was planning, while I was praying. The audience could sense my clarity in the screen's glow, my album aside, my heart sharp. She's been gone, and I was blind. The tension rose, the audience sensing my conflict as I stood. The city's pulse faint. Ethan's daddy, love you a lifeline. Sarah's betrayal a wound. She's been hiding this, and I let it grow. I thought, my sadness a fire, my rage a spark. I was her husband, now I'm her past. Flashbacks faded. You're my rock a lie. My I'm enough for Ethan a truth. My resolve a fire. I'm not her Frank, I'm his. The audience could feel my awakening in the apartment's dim. My beer flat, my heart steady but raw. I'm hurting, but I'm waking. The night deepened, the audience sensing my roller coaster as I sat again. The gloom settling, Sarah's absence a scar. Ethan's loss a debt. I love them both, and they're gone. I thought, my pain a fire, my questions a spark. She betrayed us, but I'll carry him. My conflict churned, love, anger, sadness, but I was stirring, my internal monologue a vow. I'll face her for Ethan. The audience could sense my shift in the table's clutter, my laptop closed, my heart sharp. I'm breaking, but I'm moving. The silence settled, the audience sensing my turmoil as I pocketed the photo. The city's rhythm faint, their betrayal a wound, my past a ghost. My world was fractured, but I was rising, my pain a fire, my grief a spark, my suspicion a spark that would shape my next step, a truth I'd hold with care, whatever it revealed. I glanced at Ethan's picture, my internal monologue of vow. I'll honor you, and I'll know why. As I confront Sarah's call from Hawaii, Ethan's final gift to me, a small drawing, sparks a choice, pushing me toward the funeral's end, a step I'm ready to take. The Chicago noon was a cold shroud, the November rain easing into a mist over St. Michael's Cemetery, the mourners' black coats stark against the gray stones. I, Frank Mercer, stood by Ethan's grave, my suit damp, my brown eyes fixed on the small casket now lowered, my hands, one clutching my phone, the other empty, trembling. At 38, a carpenter broken by the loss of my 5-year-old son to leukemia and my wife Sarah's betrayal, her Hawaii trip with a lover during his funeral, I was torn between grief and rage. Claire's screenshot of Sarah's finding peace post a wound. Now, at Ethan's burial, I reached out to confront Sarah, my desperation and pain raw, the audience sensing my emotional turmoil as I walked away from her for good, my heart a jagged scar. The cemetery was a silent ache, the audience feeling my grief in the way I stood. Ethan's daddy, love you echoing my I'll never forget you whispered, Sarah's absence ablaid. She hadn't called, her I can't make it text a lie, my internal monologue a storm. She's with him, while I'm burying our son. My brother Mike's, you okay, Frank? Nearby, I know, but I'm here raw, his not a tether, my rage flaring. Sarah's in paradise. I'm in hell. The audience could sense my pain in the mist chill, my phone heavy, my heart torn. I'm mourning, and she's betraying. My desperation surged, the audience sensing my struggle as I stepped away. The service ending, my phone opened to Sarah's contact. I need to know why, my internal monologue vowed. My grief for Ethan, his hospital nights, my stay strong, clashing with anger, my fingers typing. Sarah, you're in Hawaii? With someone? Ethan's funeral is today. No reply, my answer me sent, my heart pounding, my rage afire. She's hiding, like a coward. Claire's don't do this now, Frank soft, my I have to tight, my internal monologue ablade. She owes me the truth. The audience could feel my turmoil in the phone's glow, my breath short, my soul raw. I'm breaking, but I'm pushing. Her call came, the audience sensing the confrontation as I answered. Her frank, I got your text defensive, my you're with him, aren't you? Low, raw. Her it's not what you think evasive, my then what? Our son's dead, and you're on a beach sharp, my heart cracking, my internal monologue a roar. She's lying still. Her, I need to get away. I was drowning, was a jab, my drowning? I'm the one here, Sarah bitter. Her, you were so focused on Ethan. I felt alone at Dodge. My you left us both final, the audience feeling my pain in the way I gripped the phone, my voice steady but sore. She's justifying, not owning. Her, I'm sorry, okay? Was hollow, my sorry's not enough cold. My rage a tide. She's not my Sarah. Flashbacks fueled my anger. The audience, sensing my reflection as I paced. The mist thicker, Sarah's voice fading. 2022. We're in this together during Ethan's chemo. My always earnest, her hand in mine. Last summer, her, I can't keep doing this after a hospital visit. My we're fighting for him, ignored. Her eyes distant, now clear. She was with her lover, planning her escape. She was gone, and I was blind. My internal monologue seethed, my grief await, my betrayal afire. I gave everything, and she took it. The audience could feel my hurt in the cemetery's quiet, my phone hot, my heart a breaking seam. I loved her, and she's a stranger. The confrontation faltered, the audience sensing my breaking point as Sarah spoke. Her, I didn't mean to hurt you, Frank frail. My you posted peace while I buried him raw. Her, I wasn't thinking weak. My you weren't loving a truth, my internal monologue a vow. She's not worth this pain. I hung up. Her frank wait, cut off. My rage spent, my grief afire. She's not mine, she's his. Mike's, you did what you could nearby. My it's not enough faint, is it's enough for Ethan a balm. The audience feeling my strength in the way I exhaled. My shoulders heavy, my heart steady but raw. He sees me, She doesn't. I walked away, the audience sensing my decision as I texted Sarah, "We're done. Don't call." I'm letting you go to myself a release, my heart unburdened, my turmoil unresolved but shifting, my internal monologue a spark. I'm not her Frank, I'm Ethan's. I didn't look back, my steps deliberate, my grief for Ethan, his swing me daddy, my anchor, my betrayal a scar I'd carry, my resolve a fire. I'm free, and she's nothing. The audience could sense my shift in a mist fade, my phone off, my soul lighter. I'm leaving her for me. The afternoon stilled, the audience sensing my turmoil as I reached my car, the cemetery's hush await, Ethan's grave avow, Sarah's lover ghost. I'm mourning, but I'm moving, I thought, my pain a fire, my clarity a spark. She broke us, I'll hold him. Flashbacks eased, her "you're my rock" a lie, my "I'm enough" a truth, my resolve a fire. I'm not her shadow, I'm light. The audience could feel my evolution in the car's quiet, my hands on the wheel, my heart steady. I'm grieving, but I'm rising. The silence settled, the audience sensing my breaking point as I drove, the city's pulse faint, Sarah's betrayal a scar, Ethan's loss a debt. My world was ash, but I was stirring, my pain a fire, my decision a spark, my departure a spark that would shape my path, a truth I'd hold with care, whatever lay ahead. I glanced at Ethan's photo on the dash, my internal monologue a vow. I'll live for you, and I'm done with her. As I find Ethan's drawing in my jacket, a call from Sarah's father reveals her regret, but a new purpose sparks in me, pushing me to honor Ethan, a step I'm ready to take. The Chicago evening was a quiet bruise, the November twilight filtering through the cracked blinds of my Logan Square apartment, the air heavy with the scent of sawdust and the faint hum of a radiator. I, Frank Mercer, sat on a worn couch, my flannel shirt loose, my brown eyes tracing a small drawing Ethan had made, a wobbly sun, for Daddy scrawled in crayon, found in my jacket pocket yesterday. At 38, a carpenter reeling from my son's death and Sarah's betrayal, her Hawaii escape with her lover during Ethan's funeral. I was a day past confronting her, my "we're done" text of severance. Now, reflecting on Ethan's life and Sarah's abandonment, I navigated grief, anger, and glimmers of growth, the audience sensing my journey toward healing, my heart a mending thread. The apartment was my refuge, the audience feeling my solitude in the way. I held Ethan's drawing, the room sparse, tools stacked, a single lamp, Sarah's absence a fading scar, her "I wasn't thinking" from our call a hollow echo, my internal monologue a churn. She broke us, but I'm still here. Ethan's loss, his "swing me daddy" weighed heavy, my grief a tide, but his son sparked something, my "you're my light" buddy to his memory a whisper, my anger at Sarah softening. She's gone, but he's with me. The audience could sense my sadness in the crayon smudge, my beer untouched, my breath steady. I'm grieving, but I'm waking. Flashbacks deepen my reflection, the audience sensing my pain as I leaned back, the twilight dim, Ethan's life a vivid reel. 2020, his look daddy, I drew you. In our backyard, my "it's perfect" champ warm Sarah's "he's all you" smile. 2023, his hospital bed, my "stay strong" nightly, his "love you" faint Sarah's "I can't stay" a retreat I'd excused. I gave him everything, my internal monologue mourned. My role as his father, building kites, reading stories. My core, Sarah's distant a shadow I'd ignored. Her "I'm fine" last spring, my talk to me, unmet, now clear as her lover's arm in that "Finding Peace" post. She drained me, I thought, my anger a spark, my growth a fire. I was enough for him, not her. The audience could feel my hurt in the couch's sag, my eyes wet, my heart sore. I'm lost, but I'm seeing. The emotional mix swirled, the audience sensing my struggle as I stood, my hands tracing Ethan's drawing, Sarah's betrayal a wound, my grief a weight, but healing stirring. I can't keep breaking, my internal monologue vowed, My sadness for Ethan, his "I'm tired, Daddy." Mingling with acceptance, my "I'll carry you," to his memory a truth, my anger at Sarah fading. She's not my fight. I opened a notebook, my old habit revived, jotting, "Ethan loved the park, I'll go tomorrow." A small step, my heart lighter, my growth a spark. I'm starting for him. The audience could sense my shift in the lamp's glow, my drawing pinned, my soul tense but alive. I'm hurting, but I'm moving. Dialogue grounded my journey. The audience, sensing my vulnerability as I called Mike, is frank. "You sound steady or warm, I try my raw." His "Ethan's proud, firm, I hope so." Found his drawing soft, the audience feeling my strength in the way I exhaled, my hands still, my heart heavy. He sees my fight, she didn't. His "come to the shop, work with me" was an offer, my "maybe I need something honest," my internal monologue a chord. I'm not alone. I'm reaching. Mike's "you're stronger than you think" was a tether, my learning that quiet, my heart steady but sore. I'm healing, step by step. Small steps emerged, the audience sensing my progress as I sketched. A bridge, like Ethan's son, my "this is for you," to his memory a vow. My carpentry stirring. A neighbor's "fix my table," frank, met with my "I'm on it steady." A $50 job. My savings at $1,200, my "I can do this" to myself a spark, my internal monologue a lift. It's small, but it's mine. My grief was raw. Nights crying, my "I miss you, Ethan." But my notebook grew, plant a tree for him. My growth a fire. I'm not just mourning, I'm building. The audience could feel my hope in the sketch's lines, my tools neat, my heart lighter. I'm rising, not sinking. The realization hit, the audience sensing my clarity as I sat again. Sarah's father's call. "She's back, Frank, she's sorry." Met with my "it's too late" calm, his "give her a chance" weak, my "she made her choice" final, my internal monologue a truth. I'm not her anchor, I'm mine. Her betrayal, "I love you," or in her email, had drained me, but Ethan's love, his "for Daddy," filled me, my self-worth afire. I'm enough for me. I needed to heal, to live, my "I'll plant that tree" a plan, my heart steady. I'm taking control for Ethan. The audience could sense my resolve in the notebook's page, my drawing close, my soul steady. I'm choosing, not chasing. Tension lingered, the audience sensing my stakes as I stood, the twilight fading, Ethan's drawing a guide, Sarah's regret a ghost. She's not my path, I thought, my grief a fire, my growth a spark. I'll live for him, not her. Flashbacks eased, her "you're my rock" a lie, my "I'm my rock" a truth, my resolve a fire. I'm not her Frank, I'm Ethan's. The audience could feel my awakening in the room's hush, my notebook open, my heart clear. I'm healing, and I'm ready. The night settled, the audience sensing my journey as I pinned Ethan's drawing to the wall, the city's pulse faint, Sarah's betrayal fading. My world was fractured, but I was mending, my pain a fire, my steps a spark, my healing a spark that would shape my future, a truth I'd hold with care, whatever came next. I wrote in my notebook, "For Ethan, I'll live," my internal monologue a vow. I'm Frank, and I'm rising. As I plant a tree for Ethan, a letter from Sarah stirs old wounds, but a new project with Mike sparks purpose, pushing me to rebuild, a step I'm ready to take. The Chicago spring was a gentle dawn, the April sunlight streaming through the open window of my Logan Square workshop, the air alive with the scent of fresh wood and the distant chatter of a street market. I, Frank Mercer, stood at a workbench, my flannel sleeves rolled, my brown eyes focused on a half-carved wooden bird, my hands, one sanding, the other steady, sure and calm. At 38, a carpenter rebuilding after the loss of my son, Ethan, to leukemia, and my wife Sarah's betrayal. Her Hawaii escape with her lover during his funeral. I was months past our severance, my "we're done" a liberation. Now, embracing a new reality, I found peace and empowerment, the audience sensing my emotional freedom as I let go of the past, my heart a clear flame. The workshop was my sanctuary, the audience feeling my peace and the birds' smooth lines. My carpentry business, Mercer Woodworks, taking root. 3 clients this month, my custom shelves, done by Friday, to a cafe owner ceiling $1,500. My savings at $3,200, my internal monologue accord. This is mine, built for me. Ethan's drawing, a wobbly sun, pinned above, guided me, my grief softer. Sarah's I'm sorry letter last week. I messed up, frank, unread, her betrayal scar faded. She's not my weight. The audience could sense my strength in the wood's grain, my coffee warm, my breath even. I'm frank, and I'm home. Reflection anchored my healing, the audience sensing my depth as I paused, the sunlight warm. Ethan's loss a tender ache. He was my world, my internal monologue mused. His daddy, catch me. A melody, my nights gluing his planes of vow. Sarah's I felt alone, during his illness a wound that had bled through November. She broke me, I thought, her finding peace post a betrayal. My how could you? At his funeral a cry now quiet. Flashback softened, 2019. Her he's perfect at Ethan's birth. My we did good true. 2023. Her I can't stay a retreat. My I'm enough unheard. I've rebuilt what she took. My growth a tide. My heart light. I'm not grieving. I'm living. The audience could feel my calm and the workshop's hum. My chisel down. My soul mended. I'm free, not her shadow. My new life bloomed, the audience sensing my empowerment as I sanded. The market's buzz faint, my workshop, rented with Mike's help, alive with projects. A table, a chair, my I'll carve for Ethan, and my notebook a truth. My business growing, a 4th client calling. My let's discuss designs confident. My internal monologue a spark. I'm not just working, I'm creating. Reconnections rooted me. Mike's your back, Frank over beers, my feels like it raw. His shop's yours to a bond, my thanks, brother warm. Lena, the cafe owner, her your work's art, after a shelf install. My trying to be light, the audience feeling my strength in the way I smiled. My hands loose, my heart full. They see my light, not my loss. My notebooks plant another tree, was my purpose, my resilience a fire. I'm building, not proving. Sarah's struggles reached me, the audience sensing my detachment through Claire's call. Sarah's alone, frank, she's selling stuff. My she'll be okay calm. Her she asks about you soft. My that's not my life final. My internal monologue a reflection. She chose him. I chose me. Mike's heard her lover left. Company's tanking stirred no anger. My their mess, not mine. Even my piece of fire. I'm not their judge, I'm my own. The audience could sense my growth in the wood's dust. My notebook open, my heart clear. Their fall isn't my rise, my life is. Dialogue grounded my freedom. The audience sensing my reality as I texted Lena. Shelves done. Want a coffee table next? Her you're a gem, Frank, yes. A lift, my on it light, my internal monologue accord. I'm connected, not chained. Mike's you're a new man, Frank at the shop. My learning to be honest. His Ethan smiling a balm. My hope so quiet. The audience feeling my calm and the phone's ping. My workbench a haven. My soul steady. I'm not her Frank, I'm Ethan's. My clients, you're a lifesaver, was my fuel. My carvings, my voice, my heart whole. I'm living, not waiting. The final scene unfolded. The audience sensing my peace as I stepped outside. The dusk settling. A sapling I planted for Ethan in a park nearby swaying. My this is for you, buddy a whisper. My reflection sharp in a puddle. I'm here. I've made it. My internal monologue reflected. My grief. Ethan's I'm tired, daddy. A tender scar, my betrayal. Sarah's I love you are. A ghost, my business, my art, my piece of light I kindled. They shattered me. I found myself. I thought. My independence a fire. My heart unburdened. I whispered. I was always enough. My voice soft. My strength a quiet power, a powerful close. I'm not hers. My internal monologue affirmed. My peace a spark. My self-worth a flame. I've claimed my life. and it's mine. The audience could feel my freedom in the sapling's sway, my hands in my pockets, my soul free. I'm frank, and I'm whole. Closing reflection. I stood by the sapling, the city a song, Sarah's betrayal a shadow gone, my life my own. Ethan's loss had gutted me, Sarah's finding peace had burned me, but I'd risen, not for her regret, but for my peace, a world of carving, purpose, and quiet dawns. My pain was a forge, shaping a man who stood without her gaze. My worth my own, my strength a path I'd walk. I'd faced their wreckage and found my light, a lesson for anyone listening. When they break your world, carve your own. Live for your truth, not their chains. I, Frank, was whole, my workshop a home, my carvings a voice, my piece a flame that burned clear, my future a dawn I'd meet, strong and free.